Hi guys. How are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. I'm here to preview the entire grass court season. And welcome to my channel. I hope you guys will enjoy the video. But I want to preview the grass court season, the 2022 grass court season, right? So we're now moving from clay, which is the the slowest and highest bouncing surface. So we'll now be on the fastest and lowest bouncing surface. So from the slowest to highest bouncing surface clay, we make a huge change from the fastest and the lowest bouncing surface. Very big difference. To go from clay to hard court, we're talking slow courts to medium pace. It's a difference, but not as huge. Hard court to grass, again, a difference from medium pace to fast. But from the slowest clay to the fastest grass, from the highest bouncing clay to the lowest bouncing grass, you've got a huge change coming up here. Huge change in the tactics, the way points are being played, and all of that. So that's basically the what we're going to have. And this new surface grass is not going to serve long ralliers or patient players. It's first strike tennis, so it's about the serve. It's about attacking from the first shot in the rally. It's about even on the second serve return, you've got to go for it. You've got to go for it. You've got to take risks. And when you do attack, the ball's going to go through the court faster. So your opponent won't have much time to chase and run down balls. And balls are going to be going also fast, very low around your ankles, shin kind of area. So you've got to get down to get to the balls, which is hard. And they're traveling faster. So it's very difficult to defend. So it's going to reward players with big serves, attacking games, first strike tennis, first powerful shot, and your opponent won't be able to get it back. So yeah, we've been on hard courts earlier in the year, made of concrete mixed with a bit of rubber and sand sometimes. So a roughish kind of surface. The clay is actually made up of crushed up, broken down pieces of brick. So very rough. When you break up brick into small, rough, sharp pieces, very rough, a lot of friction there. Hardcore concrete mixed with perhaps rubber and sand. Rough, but not as rough as the broken down hard pieces of brick. But when you've got a grass court, it's like the lawn bowling green almost, very fine pieces. So it's not big, thick pieces of grass where the ball can get caught in. No, it's almost like you're having the grass as like a physical, just one surface along the ground because it's cut so short. So because the blades of grass are so tiny, the ball's not going to get caught or slowed down in that. So the pieces of grass provide almost zero roughness and zero friction, like what you have on a concrete, rubbery, sandy type surface or broken down pieces of brick. They are rougher surfaces, but this finely pieces of grass, which the ball can't even get into, and goes across the top, and in no roughness at all. And usually in cold climates, the soil can be not very hard, so the ball's not going to bounce up and it's going to go through the court because there's no roughness like off a concrete or rubber or rough broken down. It's just these small little uh, grass blades with no sort of roughness or no ability to slow the ball down through friction. So that's how you end up with that slower bouncing, very fast surface. And I said the kind of players that'll be suited, like big servers, attacking guys, people that want to attack, shorten the point. If you're someone like Nadal, you have to change your game. He's focused on his serve a lot, his volley game. He's got to attack and go for his shots more. He's got to attack opponent's second serve. You can't be patient and wait for a long rally. You can't also do what you do in clay. Well, you want to use top spin and have the ball bounce up high because it won't do that. Instead of just going fast, low through the court, it's going to try to get higher up like it does on clay, but it won't get there. Instead, it'll get out of that shin, ankle, knee area up to the waist height. That's where the top spin. So it'll take it out of the awkward low place into the hitting zone around the waist height. Whereas on clay, when there's no top spin, it's already at the waist height. When you add top spin, it gets to the head and neck. So you can see how balls without top spin are awkward, too low. With top spin are in that waist area, but on clay, without top spin, they're at the waist area. With top spin, they're up around the neck and head area. So it's better to hit the ball hard and flat. It's going to be going low and very fast for the court. And it's better to be attacking, to be a big server, and it's hard to get back to be patient and get in long rallies. It's hard to use your speed and defense to run down balls because balls are traveling through the court so fast and low. So what I would say here, I'll favor like attacking guys generally. Guys like Nadal and Djokovic have got to attack, serve bigger, go for more on their shots, which they adjust and do that, while still using their defense and rallying game, but doing it from a bit more attacking perspective. I think guys like Felix Aliassime, who he made the fourth round of the French Open, pushed Nadal to 5 sets. He was very impressive there. If he's playing that level on his worst surface, when you put him under grass, where he can use his serve and attacking game much better, he could be great. He could be doing great things this grass court season. Someone like Berrettini, powerful forehand, big serve, power game, doesn't have much defense, but you don't need it. It's going to be less time to react to his power. Cilic, who out of nowhere, who used to be mostly good on grass, has come off a semi-final at a Grand Slam on clay's worst surface. Clay doesn't reward his big serve and power game, but even still, even with the conditions against him, he made the semi-finals of a Grand Slam. So now you're going to put him on a fast, lower bouncing surface, a surface that suits his game much better than Clay. What's Cilic going to do? So usually if you're a player who's doing well on your worst surface, you put him on your best surface, you could do great things. So people like Cilic and Aliassime this grass court season, they could be doing great and amazing things. People like Berrettini, attacking kind of players. John Isner has generally done well here on the grass. So let's look at some of the players now. Anyone else who could do well? Casper Ruud, Carlos Alcaraz. He's a baseliner. He's from Spain, so normally you would say no, but he's quite good. Oh, someone like Shapovalov, like he could have a great grass court season. Riley Opelka. I mean, de Minaur, his game is not suited by this. So all these kind of guys, attacking kind of players, you would say could have a good shot here on the grass courts. But when it comes down, even a Nick Kyrgios, his game is best suited to grass. So all these serve and power game, this is their time of year. This is when they can get the most value of their power, risk taking. They'll be less punished by the fact they have poor movement and make errors, and rewarded for their big serve and power game, right? So that's just the grass court season in general. As we know, we've got 3 weeks of tournaments leading up to Wimbledon. So this week we've got a tournament in the Netherlands and in Stuttgart. Next week, the middle of the 3 weeks, we're going to Halle in Germany in Queen's Club. Final week before Wimbledon, that's a 500. The first week was 250s. Then back the week before Wimbledon, 2 500 events, right? I mean, sorry, 250 events in Mallorca and Eastbourne in the UK. So, so that's it really. But in Wimbledon, the thing of it is, and through the whole grass court season, we'll definitely be missing Zverev. Maybe Medvedev will play some of the warm-ups, but not actually play Wimbledon. The Russians are banned, and it looks like Zverev is going to be injured. So behind Nadal and Djokovic, what you would usually see would be Medvedev on a grass court. Probably would be. I mean, generally, the next generation aren't good on grass, right? So after Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, the problem is the next generation they're not good on grass, right? So that's what the issue is here, right? So Federer's not playing. Nadal may not be playing or may be playing. Djokovic is playing, right? So, and then after these guys, like I said, Medvedev and then probably Zverev would be the next favored players to challenge them. Well, Medvedev and Zverev, Medvedev for sure not there, and Zverev is 90%, 95% not playing. So that means it's, and then, so when you consider it was Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, grass court is like a surface that is played for such a short time of the year. The young players haven't had enough time on the grass to become good at it. So it's players that have been around for a while. So Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. But with Federer out, it's either going to be Djokovic and Nadal, who know what to do on grass, but the younger generation haven't had enough time on grass and can't really challenge them, or just Djokovic alone and the younger generation who aren't good on grass. And then the next guys that would challenge them but would be underdogs that would have some form of a chance are Medvedev and Zverev not able to play on the grass. That means is the tournament is basically either going to be about Nadal and Djokovic or just Djokovic, depending on whether Nadal recovers from his injuries, which we don't know yet. But the younger generation aren't good on grass, wouldn't have been much of a challenge, but a less of a challenge with the best challengers, Medvedev and Zverev not playing, Tsitsipas poor on the grass court. So like I said, but there are the only guys that could really. Oh, and then with Medvedev and Zverev out, the good thing is we'd have a Nadal Djokovic final because they would be seeded 1 and 2 in Wimbledon, which would mean they'll just go through easy matches all the way through to the final and then meet there. So that would be a better draw. For Nadal, this is his chance at a calendar Grand Slam. I mean, it's only him and Djokovic that are good on grass. Their best challengers, Medvedev and Zverev, aren't there. He would be a 2 seed. He would go all the way through to the final without having to meet Djokovic. And he would be the second favourite. And the favourite wouldn't meet till the final. So if something happens to Djokovic or he plays better than Djokovic in the final, then suddenly he's won 3 Grand Slams this year, and the fourth one, the US Open, he's much better there. It's his second best Grand Slam. He's won it 4 times. So if he goes into that, usually on his good years, he wins it. This would be a really good year, winning all 3 Grand Slams into that. So this is the only thing stopping him really from winning all 4. And with it just being about a 2-horse race between him and Djokovic with no Medvedev and Zverev, and the next generation not being good on grass, anything can happen to Djokovic. Or he could just be playing better than Djokovic. So when you're second favourite, you've got a great chance. And like I said, it's either going to be just Djokovic heavily favoured or Nadal and Djokovic with the next generation bad on grass, Medvedev and Zverev out. But like I said, guys like Cilic, guys like Aliassime can really do well here. Berrettini, these type of players, they'll definitely be underdogs compared to Nadal and Djokovic. But in Aliassime and Cilic's case, they did well on clay on their worst surface. So now they're moving to their best surface. So yes, the pressure and Grand Slam semi-finals and final and having to play your best in that situation, we don't know how they would deal with it. But there's potential for them to really do great here. Doing well on clay now, moving to their best surface. But the nerves and pressure of winning a Grand Slam final against a Nadal or Djokovic, we don't know, but they could definitely be challengers. But really, on the surface, it looks like it's either Djokovic's Wimbledon or Djokovic plus Nadal, considering Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic are the only ones that know about really playing on grass to a serious level. And again, the next generation aren't good on grass, and there's going to be no Medvedev and no Zverev. So the big key is it about Nadal and Djokovic, or just an easy run through for Djokovic? We'll have to find out with Nadal's injury, right? Um, but like I said, there are some big hitting attacking players who we don't know if they can handle the pressure of a Grand Slam semi-final or final, but they have great potential on grass. Like I've said, Ali Asim, Cilic, guys like that, and also throw Berrettini into the mix, and a couple of others, Opelka, these type of people. But like I said, most players other than Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic aren't proven on grass. No Medvedev, no Zverev. So huge favourites are either Djokovic alone. I know Federer's there too. Is either Djokovic alone or Nadal plus Djokovic. So that's what this is going to be all about. That's what this grass court season is going to be all about. Nadal and Djokovic should only play Wimbledon, maybe a couple of exhibitions. So all these other guys are going to be battling it out. And also there's Carlos Alcaraz, because he's from Spain. He's a baseliner. Usually you'd think he wouldn't have a chance on grass. But his game for a Spanish player, a baseline player, generally he doesn't know if he prefers clay or hard court. So he's generally just as good on both surfaces. And he's really an attacking baseliner who likes to take risks more and go for it in the rally. So when he's attacking more and taking risks and going for it than most rally players, there's going to be more reward for that on the fast, lower bouncing grass court surface. So we don't really know, because a year ago he wasn't the player that he was now, but he could really suit his game. He could be a contender for Wimbledon. He could be even, I've said there's no one else to challenge Djokovic or Nadal and Djokovic, depending if Nadal plays. But Alcaraz could be the guy. He could make up for the fact that there'll be no Medvedev or Zverev here in the grass courts. So he's a dark horse. He could shock everyone. He could win Wimbledon. He could challenge Djokovic and Nadal and beat them, because he's really attacking rallying game when he goes for his big powerful shots. There's more reward for that on a grass court. We don't know. He might need more time on the ball. He might need more time to set up on the forehand. Him not having an amazing serve might be affected, but his attacking rallying game might be rewarded by these grass courts. We haven't seen him on the grass for a year where he wasn't anywhere like this good, but he could shock everyone too. So him along with guys like Ali Asim, Cilic, all these kind of guys, Berrettini, but the real favoured ones that you can rely on and know are good on, can do things on grass, are Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. And with no Federer, it's either just Djokovic alone or Nadal and Djokovic together. So that's the way I see the grass court season going. That's how the courts play. That's the kind of players that will be rewarded for their game style. So that's really my preview of the whole grass court season. I'm definitely going to be doing a video preview in Wimbledon. I should do a video at the start of next week where I'll preview both the 500, the second biggest grass court events behind Wimbledon, which is the 500 in Halle, Germany, and the 500 at the Queen's Club, right? So I'll be there with you guys, and I should be previewing those, but I'll definitely be previewing Wimbledon, which starts in about 2.5 weeks from now. But that's really just what to look out for on this new surface. This change of surface from clay to grass is massive. We're now not on the slowest, highest bouncing surface. We're on the lowest bouncing, fastest surface. And these are the kind of guys that should excel. And we have an interesting situation with no Medvedev, no Zverev. Rublev not being there, I don't think he'd be good anyway. So it wouldn't really affect anything. But that's the way I see the grass court season for now. And be back for my previews of individual tournaments in the grass court season. But this is my preview of the whole grass court season in general. So that's my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, and please subscribe. And like I said, I'll be previewing Wimbledon. I should be previewing both Halle and Queen's Club. I'll be doing individual grass court tournament previews, but that's my preview for the whole grass court season. So subscribe for all these videos, bell notification, thumbs up. So that's my video for today, guys. Subscribe and be back here for my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. Have a great day or night, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.